Okay, sir. We are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are live, sir.
Good afternoon, all my dear AI enthusiastic. Welcome to this hackathon season 3, episode 5. And today it's the 25th of April of year 2025. And you are visualizing today our superstar panelists from across India today who will be showing their use cases. And when you listen to them, when you will view their use cases, you will enjoy how AI is affecting our CA profession, how our chartered accountants are using AI in their day-to-day practice or in job, and they are also sharing that through use cases. Friends, we have AI in ICAI website where we have 10-minute videos of each use cases of past also and for future also. Further, we have a manual how to use these use cases on our website. So I will request all participants to visit the library of AI in ICI use cases regularly. Further, show these use cases to your staff and follow at least one use cases each week in your office to adopt AI, to have a practical hand holding of AI in your office. I do in my office regularly and I am getting very good results. So please participate in AI certificate courses, and we are happy to announce that 400 batch of AI in ICI level 1 has been recently announced by AI in ICI committee. So being a chairman, Daya Nivas Sharma sir being vice chairman in his absentia, we congratulate all chartered accountancy professional brothers and sisters who are regularly coming to these batches. We also congratulate to our speakers, to our tech team, Vishnu, secretary, and all our AI and ICI team, Rishi, and all. Further, friends, I will request you to mark your date, to block your date, and immediately get registered for AI Innovation Summit. That is going to happen on 18th and 19th of July this year at very best location, that is Pune, and this is our landmark and world-class event which you all will cherish for your life. So I request you all to join this, and I will request Vishnu to play the video of AI in ICI Summit. Over to you, Vishnu. you, Vishnu. And let's welcome now our founder chairman of AI and ICAI committee, Daya sir. Over to you, Daya sir.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Indeed, a pleasure to be here again. The excitement is so high when it comes to hackathon that Vishnu called me up and he said, "There, sir, hackathon is just going to start." I just rushed from the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and reached out to the hall and reaching out to you only for making one thing, thanking you all that you people who are actually taking that initiative to participate and motivate so many other people. That itself is a big positive note for this profession. All the panelists who are there, I compliment each one of you who are really looking into from a point of view sharing of your knowledge and giving that motivation to all the new people. Umesh sir, one thing is for sure, this hackathon is actually creating one good thing, which is primarily it is actually creating interest in people, right, to come and participate. The first step for success itself is the success. That is, you don't have to reach the destination or the outcome, you don't have to wait. Here it is basically you have reached to a destination where things are moving in a good direction. People like Rahul, who's here, I think he's the past chair committee member of Bilai branch, right? If I'm not wrong, Rahul. So, you all people who have been part of the AI certification course, you have seen a lot of things which are happening on a continuous basis. Itself is a testament to, say one fact that you all are accepting certain things which your institute has introduced. And rather, we all should be proud about one fact. AI in ICI is the only institute in the world, this committee in the world rather, which is making whole lot of difference in the day-to-day activities of our members. So Umesh sir, compliments to you and the entire team along with me for that matter to ensure and see every day the floors of success are catching up. 392nd batch was recently announced for the AI certification course. That means we have almost touched close to around 20,000 people, which itself is a great feel-good factor. Ubay sir, just to tell you one fact, I was with Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Joint Secretary MCA has appreciated the work which we have done in AI. We have already trained multiple government bodies in the process. And we are very happy that each one of you who is able to move up the ladder, we are picking up people who are giving good presentations in these hackathons. We are giving them opportunity to take it forward in a good spirit so that you people become a faculty. It is not a matter of earning money. It is a matter of earning knowledge. This is one particular area where every day something new is happening globally, not in India alone, globally. That makes whole lot of difference that people have to stand on their toes to ensure that continuous efforts are being put by our people. So now just imagine a team size of which is 50 plus faculties. Am I right, Umesh bhai?
Yeah.
50 plus faculties today are able to train all the members across the country, whether it is small town or a big city. Places like Pune, we have completed more than 25 batches, Mumbai, Hyderabad, everywhere across, and leave it everything. To the borders of India also we have reached, and we have taken sessions in the smallest towns where only 30 chartered accountants are there. So my best wishes to you. You don't worry about a success or failure. I think the biggest worry you should be having is how you become a faculty in time to come, where you are able to inspire lot of new and old chartered accountants in time to come. My best wishes to you. Compliments to you all.
Thank you, Daya sir, for your words of wisdom and motivation, as always, to all our AI enthusiastic across India. And friends, as told by Daya sir, We have already completed 400 batch hosting, and we are soon launching level 2 of our certificate course. Further, we are in process of publishing book every month on AI related topic. For this month, it was ethics in AI. For next month, it is privacy and AI. And who are writing this? All you people, those who have attended the certificate course, just like they are coming in hackathon. Many people don't have ability to present, but they have ability to write. So that is the platform where they are writing book, and each chapter they are doing it. So soon we will be hosting a request for calling of writers for privacy and AI in the month of May. In the month of April, ethics and AI was the topic. In the June, it will be AI and economical impact on India. And every month we are doing such things with the help of our members. So friends, please be ready for the hackathon season 3, episode 5, and please participate. Please give ranking to your favorite panelist. And all the best to the panelists. They are coming from across India, and they are from different age, different background. Hope you enjoy these use cases. Thank you, Daya sir. Thank you, our tech team. Over to you, Rishi.
Thank you, Umesh sir and Daya sir, for your words of wisdom and valuable guidance. We need it always. I now hand over controls to CA Sumit Bihani ji, our jury for today, to take the session forward. Sumit
Thank
ji, over
you.
to you.
Thank you, Daya sir, and thank you, Umesh sir. And I have been fortunate to work under your guidance for first year in AI in the committee. And thank you, Rishi, for the wonderful opportunity. So let's start with our first use case with CA Rahul Batra. You are on mute, Rahul.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Right, screen visible, audio audible.
Yes, sir. Okay, so greetings to the chairman AI committee, C. Umesh Sharma, sir, and my hero, vice chairman, C. Dayanivas, sir, jury member, C. Sumit Bihani, sir, and all my fellow panelists. I am C. Rahul Batra, and I am excited to walk through you a game-changing approach for upcoming test season. That is, by streamlining tech season through my use case, digitize, organize, and optimize, transforming document collection in text practice. Let's begin by acknowledging the current scenario that many of us face during tax season. The traditional process of document collection is heavily manual. We are relying on phone calls, endless emails, and sometimes even in-person visit to chase down the clients. Now, what does this manual process actually cost us? For every single client, our staff spends 2 to 3 hours per client on manual collection. This isn't just a time issue. Tracking the status of each client documents is nearly impossible. Let's zoom on the pain points of manual collection. We find ourselves calling and emailing clients over and over, and it's frustrating for both of us. All these repetitive tasks requires more staff, which increase operational cost. Monitoring the status of every client document in real time is next to impossible. And with so many moving parts, come clients may repeated reminders. This can lead to missed deadlines and penalties. Now, what if we could turn this scenario around, and what if these pain points can be resolved through automation? Here how I did it. With the help of AI ChatGPT, I developed an automation process to digitize, organize, and optimize the documentation. Like, I developed 3 important processes: email automation, collection of information through Google Forms, and real-time monitoring of this document submission. Let's break down this into the workflow. Each client will get a personalized email with a secure Google Form links, and this form is designed to guide them step by step on which documents to be uploaded and how. As soon as the client uploads the documents, the system updates their status automatically. Client will receive a notification confirming successful upload and bringing transparency to them. What will be the benefit? There will be time saving, dropped by 75%. Client enjoy faster and more convenient process. we gain clear visibility into each client's document status. And last, centralized approach uploads reduce the risk and keep sensitive information safer. And also, we have a strong audit trail. Honestly, before using AI, I was a person who does not know about anything about coding and creating an automation. It's like वो गोविंदा का गाना है ना, मैं अंगूठा छाप पढ़ना और लिखना जानू ना. It was like that. But yes, now I can create a software using ChatGPT. Let us dive into what I have created. As you can
Rahul,
see, hello,
continue, sir, continue.
hello. As you can see, this is my tracker ID, which I have created, in which the information of client is there. And the second, I have created a Google form, which will contain the information questions such as name of the client, full name, email, PAN, and upload ITR documents. Then there will be a drive in which I have created a folder which will automatically collect the document and create a folder in the name of the client. Let us show how it works. I'll just have to press this email button once. And as you can see, as soon as the script finished, I have received a mail that, dear Mr. R. Batra, we are in the process of filing the income tax return and request you to clear upload document. And with this, I have a Google form attached, Google form. So as soon as I click that Google form, it will read my information. First, let me show you one thing. Here you can see in tracker sheet, the status of form submission is pending. As soon as client uploads the detail, PAN number should match with the, that is ABCDE2345F. As you can see, I have put in the PAN in uppercase and lowercase also deliberately, so that my checklist does not contain that error of PAN uppercase and lowercase. Then I will upload some documents. Let us upload the photograph of my daughter. And as you can see, the document has been uploaded and I have just have to submit the button form. As soon as the form is submitted, now we can check. I have received a mail that my response has been recorded and what I have uploaded and what I have done. And here, what the magic turns. In my client tracker, I'll get the status as submitted with the date of submission along with the Google folder link. And here in my Google Drive, in this folder, my master folder, there is a folder created by my name, and inside that folder, the documents are automatically uploaded. So this was AI taught me, and I have done this to automate the collection process. Now let me show you how I done it. So this is the step-to-step process. First, I have told ChatGPT that I want to automate the document collection for ITR filing, and this process will automatically send email to client requesting via Google form, create a folder named after each client and store their documents in it, update the client's list, send the reminder. And remember, reminder will be sent to only those whose status is still pending. As you can see here, only those clients will get the reminder whose status in client tracker is still pending. So next time, whenever the mail will go, the next reminder will be for those two. So this is my step. From getting a prompt to getting a entire process, I have taken the help of ChatGPT. As you can see, I have told ChatGPT that I want to automate the process. Can you please give me a prompt? I am asking from the prompt itself from the ChatGPT. As if it is, I don't know anything. So as you can see, ChatGPT has provided me with the prompt. And with this prompt, these are the steps I have taken to consider this automation. Then I have set up the client tracker, which I have shown you, ITR 2024 client tracker, in which all the list of my clients are mentioned. Then I have designed a Google form where I will collect the information like name, email, PAN, and documents which are to be uploaded by the clients. And third, I have created a master folder in which I want that after uploading, the documents are entirely updated in that folder. Then I asked ChatGPT that please provide me an app script to automate the process. And this is what ChatGPT has to offer to me. Then sir, only I have to copy
Rahulji,
this.
last 2 minutes.
Then I have to copy this script, and here the main trick comes. In form ITR responses, I have to go to extension, app script. Then in the code column, I have to select and paste the entire app script here. Just two important things I have to note, that I have to get the master folder ID and tracker sheet ID. This I will get from this master sheet ID I will get from here. I will open the folder and I will copy this. This is my master folder ID. And for track responser sheet, this is my track responser ID. But I have to make these two changes and entire thing will be automated by ChatGPT. And as you can see, for sending mail, I have processed the same figure. And for this, ChatGPT has given me a prompt for automatic sending email to the client. This is my script. I have copied this script and I have pasted in this robot. Only one thing I have to change, that is the form URL. So this was the entire process. And as soon as I submit the button, my entire automated process has begun. So this was a use case from my side. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Rahul. Very nicely presented use case and very relevant also, because all of us are, these to and fro communication is always available at our office or is always a use case. And very nicely even explained that you have done it with AppScript, and the way you have written is also very nicely explained. I have one small question, that the PAN number which you said, so is there any validation control that, while putting in the PAN number, it will be matched with that column and then it will sit in the next stage, or how is that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The first time when I tried this script, I used only uppercase for the pen, because what instruction you will give to the GPT, he will create app script according to that. Then I realized when someone putting the PAN number in smaller case, it was not reflecting to be submitted status, as you can see. But then I given instruction to ChatGPT that even though anyone submitted PAN number in small case or uppercase, then you have to identify the PAN and you have to make the status to be submitted. So this
Very,
little
very
changes
nicely. So
are,
it's not case sensitive. It will
yes,
do
yes.
it and it will value.
As you can see, I have put on my PAN number in smaller case in this.
Yeah,
As I have,
understood.
right? Okay, sir.
Thank you so much, Rahul. And I hope everyone on the call would be benefited with this use case. So
Thank
with
you.
this, I would request our second panelist, Prajakta ji, for her remarks or her session or deliberation.
Thank you, Sumit ji.
Thank
My
you.
warm welcome to all the participants, panelists. Let me share my screen. Is it visible?
I think it's visible, ma'am.
Okay. The tool name that I'm going to tell you is about Fincosys OptiSample. So you might have a question why I have selected this name particularly. Fincosys is an acronym that I have prepared with finance, costing, and system, because I'll be showing you the sampling tool, which is a smart sampling tool for attaining the optimum audit efficiency. And we'll be taking care of the costing aspect also, because the tools that are available in the market for sampling are really costly, and I'll be focusing more over the SMEs. So small and medium scale practitioners, they should also afford to have such kind of sampling tools. So we'll be focusing on costing. We'll be having a system-based approach for having the samples and to complete our audits within the times with a greater efficiency. Quickly, I have prepared this slide to introduce me. Apart from being a chartered practicing CA for 16 years, I'm a passionate public speaker. I have been delivering the speeches over the ICAI platform since long. A few milestones I have mentioned here. I've been speaker over WI MEC national conference arranged in Pune. I've been speaker by in the seminar by direct tax committee and some of these seminars arranged by board of studies also. So I'm eagerly awaiting to be a part of AI committee speaker also. So just to tell you about the problem statement, I'll quickly tell you a story which often happens in every chartered accountant's office. So as soon as the results are declared, we recruit the bunch of articles in our offices. And the very first thing that we tell our articles to do is to start with the vouching. And we all are very well aware that sampling is the foundation on which the entire auditing is based at. And when we tell our articles, the multiple instructions to select the samples, we all know when we tell the multiple instructions to any AI, like some of the imaging AI, Delhi and all, we have seen the term called AI hallucination. And we face the same terminology with article hallucination. When we tell them about the multiple instructions, they are often hallucinated with what exactly they have to do. So here I have mentioned few difficulties in traditional ways of sampling, like it is manual, it is time consuming. So let me also parallelly show you the sample source data, which I'll be presenting to you, and over which we'll be presenting the entire sampling tool. Is it visible? The Excel file is visible to all of you?
No, ma'am,
No,
only the
Prataji.
PPT is visible.
Okay. All right. So I hope now the Excel file is visible. So if you can go through this Excel file, this is a SAP dump given by one MNC to me, and this is their sales register. For presentation purpose, the sales register is running into more than 600 line items. And if you can go through this, there are multiple customer codes the company is having. There are multiple item numbers that the company is having. So the company is having some finished goods. Like this is the item number AB column. Raw material, semi-finished goods, finished goods. The company is also dealing directly trading in some of the goods, and some goods are manufactured. So they are having multiple HSN codes, and obviously for sampling purposes, we will be needing the taxable values also. So these are some of the parameters that we'll be using for our sampling. So as I was also telling you about the difficulties in traditional ways, when we tell our articles to do the sampling based on all these parameters like materiality level, triviality level, then random selection based on HSN code, item numbers, customer code, branch name, as you might have seen in the Excel tool also, the company is having multiple branches as well. So it is difficult for a small and medium scale practitioner to perform such kind of functions, and the ready-made auditing tools are really costly. So for that, what we have come up with is this OptiSample tool, wherein we'll be providing you the automation for sampling. So we are trying to remove the hindrances and comprehensive risk coverage we are offering here. So let me quickly show you how it exactly works. So this is a source data. We have named it as audit data. And these are the command sheet. This is a command sheet in our tool, wherein I have also compiled the explanation for the specific command. Like whenever we have to decide about the materiality level, first we'll have to calculate the taxable value status. So what this function will do is it will find out the minimum, maximum, and average taxable value so that we can quickly arrive at a materiality level. So as soon as I click over this, so it is creating a sheet which is telling me the average taxable value and the maximum taxable value. So whatever subjectiveness and judgmental, professional judgmental thing is included in the audit function, sampling function, we are trying to take care of this. So let's say because the average taxable value is 8 lakhs, so let's say our materiality is fixed with 8 lakhs. So what we have to do is in the next tool, we have to decide upon the samples as per materiality. Here, as soon as I click this button, it will create a different sheet which will provide me the taxable value which is falling above the materiality level that I'll mention here. So for this, let me mention materiality level as 8 lakhs here. And then it will generate a different sheet which will give us above materiality level, check, cross check. We can have a check over this taxable value column, and we can just go through it whether all the items that are selected are above 8 lakhs. So let me quickly take you through this AH column. Sorry, I think it is going slow.
Prajakta ji, last 2 minutes.
Okay. So let me quickly tell you all the things that I have prepared here. Then there are samples as per the triviality level also, as we have seen that many a times our role is more a forensic auditor than the statutory auditor at times. So even the small value items we have to take care. So if we click on this button, we have to also, if I define the triviality level as maybe 1,000 rupees, it will generate the it will generate a sheet which will give me the items which are falling below triviality level. All right, again moving to the command part. Now there are samples as per the branch names. So it will perform a random sampling across all branches. So out of the total population, it will select the definite percentage as I will mention here. So for selecting the percentage, I have done this all on Chat GPT basically. And for selecting the criteria for the overall percentage, I have gone through CA-GPT, and we have prepared a list of different questionnaires based on our auditing standard board ka CA-GPT, as well as we have referred to the internal audit CA-GPT. Based on that, we have marked the scores and we have found out the average score and then the actual sample size. So let us define that the actual sample size is 54%. So here I'm selecting, it is asking me the sample percentage, and if I put it as 54, then it will generate the data based on, like you can see here, the branch names, all branches are covered. 54% of the total population would be included here. Let me quickly show you, there are 3 more parameters based on which we have done the sampling.
Prajakta, I would request you to skip the 3 parameters, and if you can quickly elaborate how have you made this, build this tool.
Okay. So initially I have given a prompt to my Chat GPT stating that I want different sheets for the different parameters. Here I have also collated all the prompts in Excel for the easy referencer. Though the prompts that I have debugs that I have to do have helped me. So here are the AI prompts. So I have gone and enabled the macros in Alt F11. So here is the VBA code that has been generated. It has been iterated multiple times, and then finally this has been generated.
Prajakta ji, time's up.
You able to hear Prajakta ji for the last 30 seconds?
Prajakta ji,
I think we have lost her connection message. Rishi, can you stop share the screen? Is it possible?
I'll try.
This is CA Prajakta Chincholkar.
Hi, Prajakta ji, you need to stop share, I think.
Right. I'll do it. My connection has lost from the laptop. It got locked actually.
Okay.
So
I understand because of the VBAs running on the back end, it might have
maybe
got a little slow.
I hope you were able to see the VBA code that I have shown going in Alt F11.
Right.
And I have done it through a developer macro.
So just to summarize, what you have done is you have built a VBA code with respect to ICAI, with the help of ICAI GPT, building the parameters, and then you have used it in the Excel, correct?
Right. So first of all, I have used CAGPT to generate the questionnaire. I have converted that into ChatGPT to build it in an Excel format. And developing of scoring was a professional judgment. Then I have gone to ChatGPT for developing of VBA code, and I have done it. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Rishi, before I go to the next participant, so there are few questions in the Q&A box. So can we take them after all of the presenters have presented?
Yes, sir. We will take them after all the presenters are presented.
Okay, great. So with this, I would request CA Amok to please present his use case. And participants, please keep voting in between, or you can vote at the end of the session. Entire session is being done. And please feel free to take notes. Thank you. Over to you, Amok.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sharing my screen. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Yes. Sir, is my screen visible?
Visible. Right.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sia Ammo. I'm practicing as a chartered accountant in Shimoga City, Karnataka state. Today, my topic is AI-powered smart document collection. Before I begin, a small disclaimer that every tool used in this session is purely educational purpose oriented and not for advertisement. At the outset, what's the fundamental need of any chartered accountant? Clients' documents is obviously the fundamental need. We perform various tasks based on clients' documents, whether it may be audit or preparation of financial statements or filing income tax returns, GST returns, whatever it may be. Clients' documents are essential. Let me take simple example of monthly GST returns. Each month for each client, we are supposed to file a GSTR1 and 3B. Generally, we collect books of accounts from clients. More specifically to say, we require sales register, purchase register, and bank statements from client. And depending on nature of business, any other relevant documents we require from clients. How we collect? We generally collect those documents through mail or WhatsApp or call. Again, this is a tedious process which we are supposed to undertake each month for each client. Drafting emails for each client is again time consuming. Now, this is a repetitive task which is performed each month. So whenever there is a word repetition, there is scope for AI and its related technology tools. Now I will explain how this automation process can be done. But before going to automation process, the tools used are Google Sheets, Forms, Drives, and specifically Google Apps Script for automation and ChatGPT for generation of code. Now, practical demonstration part. I have prepared a monthly GST returns sheet with various details, serial number, client name, GSTIN, email, and Google Form upload link. This link pertains to a Google Form which I have prepared. This Google Form contains 2 questions, name and GSTIN, and 3 documents which are sales register, purchase register, bank statement, which are main documents, and another alternative document which is other relevant documents which clients can upload if they have relevant documents for that particular month. And on the responses tab of this Google Sheet, there is a link to sheet option. I'm linking it to my existing sheet, that is monthly GST return, which I have created. The moment I link it, form responses one sheet, additional sheet comes in the primary sheet. Whenever a client submits the documents, his responses are recorded here. Now, prompt which I'm using is I'm introducing ChatGPT that what I'm going to do, that I'm automating the collection process, and even I have specified it what I've already done, what it need to do. I have specified it that I have created Google Sheets, and even I have explained it what contents are there in the Google Sheet, like serial number, GST, and Google Form upload link, including questions. Next, I'm asking it to generate code for sending emails, automatic emails to clients each month on 3rd of every month, which I have chosen. Depending on your requirement, you can change 3rd or 4th or whatever it may be. Next, I also asked it to draft a good professional email body mentioning due date as 5th. I have given 2 days time to clients to upload their documents. And even I have asked it to mention regards as CAMOG in the mail. I will copy this code and I will paste it here. The moment I paste it in ChatGPT, it generates code which is required to be inserted in app script. Now the code is ready. I will come back to the Google Sheets, and there is an option called extension. I will click on it and select app script from the drop down menu, and it comes to this window. Here I will clear existing function and I will rename the sheet as GST email automation. Now it's ready to, now the code can be pasted here. I will copy the code from ChatGPT and I will paste here, and I will save this code as new project. Next, on the left side of this app script window, there is an option called trigger. I will select it. Here, I will add a trigger. This trigger is required to define the time at which the system is required to send automatic emails regularly each month. Now I will add trigger. Here, choose which function to run, send reminder emails, it's correct. Next, choose which deployment should run. Head means the latest code which I have pasted. Next, select event source. Instead of from spreadsheet, I will select it as time driven. I will specify the time as month timer because I am required to send mails to clients each month on 3rd. Next, I will select the day as 3rd, and I will select the time as 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and I will save it. Now trigger is saved. Now I will come back to this app script window and I will click on run option. The moment I click, the execution will start and execution is completed. Now this entire tool is set, and each month on 3rd, this tool automatically sends emails to clients which are mentioned in Google Sheet. Next, this is the sample of mail sent by this automation tool, which clearly specifies what is to be done. it mentions due date as 5th, and required documents it specifies, and even Google Form upload link is present here. Clients can upload their documents with ease, and even the moment the client uploads his document, the Google Form responses sheet updates automatically, and I can access the documents through this. In my Google Drive also, separate folders are created where bank statements are there, other relevant documents, purchase, whatever documents I have defined, it will automatically save those documents here. Even I can access here. Thus, by simply using a code to run automation tool, which is very simple but highly effective, each professional can send requisitions to his clients requesting various documents, and particularly we as chartered accountant can benefit from this tool highly. Thank you.
Thank you, Amok. If you can please stop share. So I think again it's an automation of reminder with app script, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So and how do you so any validation controls you have tried to put in this?
Sir, yes, sir. Additionally, after clients have submitted their documents, even I can check whether GSTN is matching, and even whether they have uploaded right documents or not. For that, OCR recognition tool I have developed, but since time is limited to 10 minutes, I ended.
So OCR in this app script environment.
Yes, sir. We can add, sir. We can add, and the moment.
So is that ready?
Sir, it's not ready, sir.
No worries.
I have checked it, but since time is limited.
No worries. So in case had this been ready, we could have revisited once the session was over, because that could have been an add-on to all of the participants available.
Yes, sir.
So very nice presentation, and I think Rishi he was within time also, right?
Yes, he was well within time.
Well within time. So I thank you so much, and please stay back in case there are questions. We'll request you
Yes,
to
sir.
answer all of these
Yes, sir.
questions. So
Thank
I
you,
would
sir.
request the next panelist, CA Saloni ji, to please present her screen.
Hi everyone. Let me know once screen is visible.
Your screen is visible.
Okay, so today I'm gonna be talking about AI-driven invoice processing for finance. So basically, I saw everybody here is into practice, but I have been more onto the industry side, and I'll be representing the pain points from there. So I was just having a conversation with my colleague. She was into AP team. So I asked her like, what happened, what's going on. So she told me that, this is the main pain point for me. We were just having a conversation. So she told me that, there are about 200 to 500 invoices coming in every month, and we have to manually input each and everything into an Excel file to maintain a tracker and make payments on time. So this was really a headache. And other than that, when they tried to process the payments using that tracker, there would be duplicate entries or maybe a mismatch between invoice and the Excel tracker or something like that. There could be a lot of manual errors. So she told me that even after, maintaining the Excel file, I have to go back to the invoice while making the payment, and this is creating a lot of duplication of work. So that's when I actually thought that what can we do about this? So what I have done is I've given a prompt to ChatGPT and Claude to give me a solution to this. So I got a solution in the form of Python script. So what I do is I've built a Python script which will use Tesseract OCR, which is a OCR tool. So what it will do is, let's say there's an invoice, it will pick out the details from that invoice and give it to you in a neat labeled Excel file. So that's it. I'll show you what I've prepared. Oh, this is the Python script, and I have saved the invoices here uh, in this folder. Also, I have saved the POs over here in this folder. So I'll just run this. So I have the serial numbers labeled here, the invoice numbers here, the invoice date, the due date, the vendor name. So this vendor check is something which is I have built a vendor master, and so what it will do is basically if the name this name is matching with the vendor master, it will give me a right, and if not, it will give me a cross mark. Then I have the phone number, the subtotal, the tax, the shipping, the total amount, the currency, the bank name, account number, routing number, and this is the PO check. So what this does is it will check the total amount from here with the one in the PO. And if I add, I just have one more invoice to show you. If I just add one invoice here and I just rerun the code, gave me a sixth invoice here as well. Since this is a new invoice, it's not there in the vendor master. It will flag you to check, if this is an actual invoice or it's a fake invoice. Because recently, I've recently read a news in which, Meta and Google, I think, they paid huge amounts to fake invoices. So that's the reason I've built a vendor check. And if you see in the end, there is no PO check because the PO for this particular invoice is not there in the PO folder. So yeah, that's how this works. This is my solution to it. So OCR technology, I mean, there are lot of different tools for this. I have implemented one similar tool in my organization previously where I was working. But then I thought that, if I could create a, little cost-friendly solution for this, I tried creating this. So yeah, it will improve your efficiency, accuracy, and data accessibility. And you just have to click a button and the Python script will run. And as and when you get a new invoice, you can just save it into the invoice folder and Python will run and you will get a new set of entries for yourself. So, I mean, this might not yet be perfect, but yeah, I can work on it a lot of some more things. And you can actually format it in the way you want. And also for this, I have used Claude, not ChatGPT, because Claude has better coding skills than ChatGPT. And I had to, give multiple attempts to get this script up and running. So, yeah, that's it from my side. Short and sweet.
Absolutely short and sweet. So you were within time, so 6 minutes, and you have closed your presentation. So I'll have another 2-3 minutes to ask your question. So one, with respect to the OCR technology you spoke, what is the cost, or is it free, open source, and it is free?
Yeah, it is open source. I have downloaded from GitHub.
Great. And so if you can just elaborate a little more about I presume you have done a reconciliation or a mapping of PO vis-a-vis the invoice, right? So
Hmm.
extracting the code, one you have done that you have extracted the data from the invoices basis the labels, correct?
Hmm.
The invoice number versus invoice number, that kind of stuff.
No, no,
Second,
it's not invoice number versus invoice number. It's actually it will open the invoice or it will
invoice.
open the PO and then it will scan because for invoice number to match exactly there might be some mismatch as well. So that's the reason I have kept it like you have so the script will open the invoice and open all the POs and then match them against the vendor names.
Okay, okay, okay.
So it will be on the basis of vendor names.
So if I have a vendor PO and there's an
Hmm.
invoice, it will not flag the invoice, correct?
Or not flag the invoice as
I
in,
mean,
sorry.
so apart from the name of the vendor, is it also doing some validation with respect to the quantity or the price or?
So it's not doing with respect to quantity, but it will match the total amounts, like the total amount, the final total amount in the PO and the final total amount in the invoice.
Okay. So the invoice amount has to be lower or equal to the PO amount.
No, it has to be equal. If
Equal.
not, then it will give me a cross.
Even if there are so it's a big PO and several invoices are being raised, still it will flag. In your case, it will flag the transaction. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much. In case I think people may have questions, so we'll request you to stay back and then probably we'll get back to you. Thank you so much.
Uh,
So
Sure.
now we'll
Thank you.
request Navya Malhotra ji to please present his use case.
So very good afternoon. I think screen sharing, I'm not pinned to the chat. Yes. So let me start sharing the screen. So very good afternoon to you, and let me introduce myself to you and thank the committee for giving me a chance to present my use case in hackathon. This is I am doing consultancy majorly in GST. So, Sumit what I found that many of the professionals, chart accountants all across are struggling with one thing, that is how to actually identify where the reverse charge mechanism is applicable or not. See, while creating this PPT also, I have used the AI tools. This diagram has been made with the AI tool called Napkin. But when I was having the thought and brainstorming about it, I found that when reverse charge mechanism we talk about, people find it very tough these days because the applicability dates from this 7-year implementation of GST has been very difficult and complex to interpret. So as on the screen, you can see there are many of the time frequent amendments happening when things are getting under reverse charge, getting not. Though what I thought that there should be a one-stop solution where you just feed in the user information and you can just at a click of a button understand whether reverse charge is applicable to you or not. And if in case it is applicable, then what all compliances do you need to make? If it is not applicable, you need to understand why it is not applicable and what itself in the transaction will change and it will make applicable and form part of the reverse charge in GST. So, looking at the frequent amendments happening, interpretational issues, classification matter, the complex chains, the compliance burden, ITC doubts, and there can be time consuming and return mismatches. I thought about this one-stop solution using the AI. So I have been using this AI technology called CAGPT. When we were reading about AI tools, we have been finding that there is hallucination chances. And when we read about CAGPT, I found that will be giving me better results from the Chat GPT. So I tried both the things in Chat GPT as well and CAGPT, and I was fortunate that CAGPT is being created by the institute and it was giving me the most appropriate results desired. I then used Notebook LM for defining the prompts and summarizing the data accordingly. Then I tried using the LMA coder also for coding, and where I could find that the codes are not generating appropriately. Hallucination we talk about in AI, that was mostly there. So I tried with another substitute AI tool called Cloud AI, where I could make the code and it was giving me the most appropriate results, which I'll discuss later. When I give you the detailed walkthrough and then I'll show you the tool, how it worked, let us understand when we generated the data. First, we need to understand how and when the reverse charge is applicable. So I need to have the backup updated file for generating the end result. So I used GPT also, Chat GPT, but they were the wrong outputs being shown. So I moved to CAGPT, where I generated one Excel. The Excel, then I made conversion to PDF, where that formed part of the coder, which is the Cloud AI, and where I could refine the 5 versions. It is not only about what I understood AI that you must not make it a complex prompt at the first go. Generate it, refine it stage by stage, and I then used different versions. Moving further, I started with this prompt. Let me show you this prompt practically, how it was happening. I generated this PDF list. This is the PDF. And I uploaded. This is the Excel which I used, where the reverse charge is applicable, when is it applicable, how, and circulars, everything. This is the Excel which says what type of supplier recipient you are. And this all I have got the input from CAGPT. Let me show you. This is the list I got from CAGPT. When I gave this prompt, I got this output. Then I asked GPT, is it the latest list? It told me that it is yes, updated, including all the commercial RCMs as well. Then I made the backup file also, getting all the notifications. And then I downloaded the convert PDF and Excel files. Then moving to Claude, I just uploaded this PDF wherein I asked it, by implementing these checks, create a code to determine the applicability based on provided information. Ask for the user information in dropdowns. So in the right side of the screen, you can see the first version where I was having very less. And in reverse charge, if you understand, there are applicability dates differ from one date to another. Then when this created a first version, this is in the right screen, it then told me what all is there in the first version. When I found the defaults and they were correctly working, I then added one more functionality to this, that if the date of RCM is on or before the applicability date from the above RCM data, add a brief write-up also and check it whether how the user knows when the same becomes applicable and why is it in above data entered is not applicable. So it should tell you both whether is it applicable or not. Then came this interactive tracker in the version 2, where the date of supply also gets added. Then I checked this, tested this, and I wanted to add more information to this, that based on the type of service, if the service applicability is not true under RCM, then tell the parameters of it applicable as a note below, so that the user finds the mistake in its selection, which would have made it applicable under RCM. So I was just refining the versions, and then I created this version where I was getting more information to this. Then in the last, I also praised the AI that this version is very good. Also add notification number in the last for the user to have the data source. So because we understood when we were doing our AI that the data reference and data source also the user needs to be having, so that he can more genuinely trust your tool. And finally, we came up with this tool, which is wherein you just select, let's say, a director services, or let's say the commercial property, which is the most common thing that is asked. Your supplier is, let us say, a director. A recipient is, let's say, a company. And let us assume your applicability or the transaction date is on 22nd of April. Let us go. It shows based on your selection, the RCM is not applicable. Why it is not applicable in your case? Because required parameters is that it should be from unregistered person to registered person, not from a director to body corporate. The notification is applicable from 10th of October. Your supply date is okay. Notification number is this. Now let us see if we make the correct selections. That supply from unregistered to registered person. It says supply from registered person to unregistered person. Unregistered to registered person. See, now it says RCM is applicable. It gives you a green prompt, which makes you better identify, more visually appealing. It says your detailed information, it is applicable. Key facts are there. Responsibility of the recipient is this. And what are the key compliances that you need to make under the reverse charge? So I wanted to make it a one-stop solution wherein
Maybe the last 2 minutes.
Yes, where I could actually manage to understand what are the tools, how the AI works, and it can be adding value to the professionals. Coming back, I'll just show you one thing. These were the steps that I have shown in the proper aspects. Now, what this AI tool needs to be kept in mind while implementing, it is no doubt time saving and effort saving. Accuracy has been tested. The tool is available just to all. However, there is one thing, that is periodic updates. Since the GST is getting updated time to time, the backup data on the Excel needs to be updated from time to time so that the source data remains accurate. This is what I have, and I'll be updating this tool, refining it tool, like adding a reset button or multiple things which will make it more user friendly. Thank you so much for my presentation and giving me the chance to this.
Thank you, Navya. Very aptly explained, and you have brought in the concept of GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. So you have used data sorting and all kind of methods possible. So very well presented, and that too in a very simple drop-down formal method, so that anybody can use it in a very accessible manner.
Yes.
So very nice presentation. Just wanted to understand the drop-down mechanism which you have built in. What is the platform? It is all done in Claude.
Yes, it is all done in Claude. There was one website or AI tool, that is LMA Coder.
Okay.
I tried with it, but it was giving me very hallucinated and abrupt codes.
No,
which
the
were-
drop-down was done in Claude itself, right?
Yes, I show you, if you allow me, I'll show you the first prompt again. When I gave this first prompt, I gave it in the first prompt itself that it should be ask the user for the information in the drop downs.
Okay.
Because I wanted
it
to
is just
make it-
like my GPT in Claude, but again in a drop-down format.
Yes, because I wanted no one should go here and there, and the information feeding should be appropriate.
Very nicely presented. And one thing which he has very correctly pointed out, that you need to constantly upgrade or update the repository so that it gives you correct and acceptable answers.
Yes, because the polishing of the skills needs to be done, and that is what AI and HI, human intelligence, need to get collaborated.
Correct. So thank you so much. And with this, I would request our new next panelist, Madhuri ji, to please present her use case.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm visible and audible.
Yeah.
Just 1 second, sharing my screen. So hello and good afternoon, everyone. Today, I would be sharing how forensic audit procedures are being transformed by artificial intelligence. Today, I will demonstrate a practical application that builds a more accurate and efficient audit workflow by combining AI analysis with Python validation. Let's start with why. Forensic auditors face three major challenges. First, we deal with enormous volumes of chaotic data that span across multiple years. And second, manual review is incredibly time-consuming and prone to human error. Finally, we need to quickly identify the patterns and anomalies so that we can focus our investigation efficiently. AI addresses all these pain points by enhancing the speed, accuracy, and scope of our preliminary analysis. So this is the workflow that I have implemented. We start by uploading 10 years worth of financial data to Claude, which calculates the Venetian score and looks for anomalies or possible red flags. Our attention is then directed to where it is most needed by incorporating these insights straight into a structured audit plan. So this focus strategy saves a significant amount of time during the initial assessment phase. The Venetian score model, which employs the 8 financial ratios to identify the possible earnings manipulation, is the foundation of this strategy. Claude flags the concerning patterns in these ratios, particularly the spikes or inconsistencies. So these signals help us narrow down the specific years and accounts that need deeper investigation, thereby creating a risk-based audit roadmap. While AI is incredibly powerful, it's not infallible. It comes with a built-in disclaimer that it could make mistakes. So despite being trained on large data sets, I discovered that AI models don't always adhere to the precise accounting logic. So verification of results and quality control are therefore very crucial. So this led me to develop an additional validation strategy. I developed a Python-based validation tool, and the amazing thing is that this is generated by AI with one prompt, and it also gave me step-by-step instructions on how to run it. Using Excel data as the input, the tool computes Benisham score and provides year-by-year interpretation. So this provides us with a validation of the AI analysis. Now, let me show you how this works in practice. I will demonstrate both the AI tool and also the Claude results. So here, this is my input file. I have the 10-year financial statements of a client. I have their profit and loss account, the balance sheet, the cash flow statement, and the key financial ratios. I will be inputting the file to Claude and asking it to provide the Benisham score calculation for each year. I will specifically ask what formulas are supposed to be used, and also I will ask Claude to give me a risk categorization. So let's see what Claude generates. So this is the summary table of Benisham score analysis. I have got the years flagged as high risk, moderate risk, and low risk areas. So while Claude gave me this result, I will also check whether Claude's results are right using a tool. So this is a Benisham score tool that I had designed using Python. To design this tool, I used this prompt. That is, I gave it the exact definition of what I want calculated and how I want each formula to be referenced, and also to flag the risks. So when we run this on ChatGPT, we will get step-by-step instructions. Additionally, I also added that I want step-by-step instructions on how to install all the required files and perform the checks, because I did not have any experience in Python or coding. So if you can see, ChatGPT has beautifully given me all the steps plus the codes. So I've already installed the code and run the tool. Now all I have to do is choose my input file. And here, the tool will give me the results, the same thing, that is M score and component-wise calculations along with the risk level flagging. So this can be cross-verified with the Claude results. So second prompt that I would be using will be to flag the potential anomalies and red flags. So this will help me to focus my audit towards the problem areas. So when I give this prompt, I also made sure that everything was clearly spelled out. That is, what all were the areas that I want AI to check, like net income, revenue recognition, gross margin fluctuation, and the Benish component-wise red flags, etc. So while I gave this prompt, this is the result that Claude gave me. If you can see, it's beautifully presented with each area where they have flagged the key findings and the risk level, the suspicious periods. So these are the periods which I should focus on more while I conduct my forensic audit. Let's go to the second thing, that's a Benisham score component analysis. Here also, each area, each component wise, it is given me which years are critical and why they are critical, what were the warning signs. And also the third, supplementary forensic indicators, that is the comparison of revenue to receivables, cash flow from operations to net income, depreciation to gross PP, and such critical ratios. And finally, I got a summary table of each area and the year where I have to focus and the potential issues along with the recommended actions. Here, I got the exact things which I should consider while taking my samples in each head. Like in accounts receivable, I have to take the confirmation of balances, analyze the credit approval documentation, and even accrual accounting, the manual journal entries, cash flow management, etc. So here, in conclusion also, it is specifically mentioned that 2018 to 22 is the year where the fraud could have happened. And it is specifically flagged the areas as well. Now, my third and last prompt would be to use this to create a very comprehensive forensic audit plan. While I give this prompt, I ensure that I mention what are the details I want AI to cover in the audit plan. So I have given all the details. You can take the help of AI to generate the prompts, because if you're clear about what you want, you can prompt AI to give you prompt which you can refine and modify according to your requirement. So this was the audit plan generated by Claude. So this is my pre-audit planning phase. Here, the audit objectives, scope, and the rationale why it was chosen is specifically mentioned. And also for interview, who are the key persons that I have to
Madhuri ji,
interview?
last 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure. And also detailed testing procedures, fraud-specific investigative procedures. So these have been identified based on the previous 2 prompts. That is, the areas have been picked out from the Benish analysis and also the anomaly flagging. And finally, there's a reporting framework, that how I have to present the report, and a project timeline and milestones, and finally, an executive summary. So to conclude, this complete workflow involved 3 key steps. That is, first, we analyzed the data using Claude. Second, we validated the insights with Python tool for an independent M-score confirmation. And we refine our understanding by reconciling any mismatches. So this combines AI's pattern recognition abilities with a deterministic validation clubbed with our professional expertise, creating a powerful forensic audit framework. So this allows us to quickly identify the potential manipulation and focus our investigation on the high-risk areas and develop the target audit procedures. So this is a perfect example of how technology can enhance rather than replace the professional judgment of forensic auditors. That's all from me today. Thank you for your time and attention.
Very nice presentation. But I have one small question that with respect to you posting data on these AI tools, how do you deal with data security? Because
actually, what I did was I cleansed my data before I used it on Claude. So this, if you can see, this would be my input. My input did not have any detail about the client or client's name or its area of business. There was no such information that was shared. So that is the
so
first
one
step.
needs to, that is what I was trying to bring to the notice of everyone, that before putting
Yes.
the data, you have to remove the client sensitive information. So
Yeah,
that
right.
you put it on Claude, and the Python stuff also which you have shown is very nice, and it even eliminates that risk of data getting leaked, because it is all done on the system itself, right?
Yeah, right.
Right. Thank you so much for the presentation, and I now request Akash to please give his deliberation.
Can you hear me? Hi.
Yeah, we can hear you, Akash.
Okay. Those are great presentations by my co-panelists. Good afternoon, respected jury, members of ICAI, and other viewers present in this webinar. I'm glad to be part of this ICAI initiative in integrating and promoting AI among the fraternity and to others across. My use case today, as shown in the Zoom background here, is indirect tax advisor chatbot. Now, the target here may be either consultants or even persons from the industry, which actually this chatbot integrates both industry persons and consultants per se. Myself, Akash from Bengaluru, presenting your backdoor tax advising bot agent. First up, the PPT, which is shown in the form of a PDF so that I can easily change here. Is the PPT visible?
Yes, visible.
So is the PPT visible? Okay. This itself was made by Gamma AI. The reason why I brought this up, this is also a use case, though it is not the topic of our discussion today. The prompt for bringing the PPT is here. Is the prompt visible in the Word file?
Only the PPT is visible.
Okay,
I think you have shared only the PowerPoint.
Okay, I will just continue then. So, coming back to the problem statement of this use case, how do professionals spend time more effectively today in the IDT space? The bot basically is one which helps indirect tax consultants as well as the indirect tax questionnaires by carrying out high-level analysis of client issues and cases, or do professionals want to spend precious time in researching, drafting, and reviewing first cuts? Time is very precious in business and profession. So how would persons want to use it? In resource management, business development, offering client solutions, expertise delivery, or in basic research, preparing drafts, travel for answering basic questions of clients, or cross-functional meetings just to solve basic queries. With this chatbot in front of us, it can solve generic queries sought by anybody who uses this chatbot, solution to which is already available in public domain. So the advisory assignments which professionals are going to use is still within their reach. It's just that they will be solving high-level problems instead of the issues that are already available on the public domain. And integrating this bot in website or in signatures after emails will be very helpful for professionals to target only issues which need to come to their knowledge per se. Now, why this bot now? Because tax laws are becoming complex and dynamic. Example, GST is coming new, customs is becoming entirely revamped, changing role of professionals, and enhanced AI tools like BotPress, which I'm going to show you next, which allows professionals to take help of. Now, this is a workflow which I will also show you so that any technical review can be seen per se from here. Is the workflow visible, sir?
Yes, visible.
Okay, so this is the workflow. I will show you how the web chat preview will work on. So let's now test dive virtually and see how it plays. So I have already framed a few queries in the interest of time. So what I will do is I will put these queries to the bot and see how it comes up with responses in relation to indirect taxation. So we start off with a hi. So the first question goes in, what is the procedure to apply for EPCG UODC and FTP 2023? So this is the response for those who want to read it. Did you get a satisfactory response? Yes. Do you have another question? We'll try another question with the AI. First one was under FTP. The second one would be under Customs Act. Second question coming in. It's on the Customs Act charging section. It's section 12. So it gives a crisp and accurate answer based on data available in the knowledge base. Did a satisfactory response? Again, yes, we got a satisfactory response. Another question, we'll try one more since we have time. This time we'll take GST, for example, because that's the third law on indirect taxation per se. What are block transactions under 17.5 of CGST Act, for example? It gives a list of transactions instead of just explaining the law. Though the knowledge base contains even the Customs Act, CGST Act, etc., it's more non-technical answer. If technical answer is required, we can modify the query and technical answer could also be given. Another question, yes, we got a satisfactory response here. We'll try another question, which is non-IDT related, because the last three were more IDT related questions. We'll try something on FEMA this time, because there's no knowledge base on FEMA here, because this is specifically designed for indirect tax related query. Current account transactions under FEMA laws of India. It will not give an answer. Just a second. No, I didn't get a satisfactory response. Throws out an error message saying that. So what happens in the next step is that it diverts the question to the human intelligence, that is the partner or the team that is going to handle the question, so that they can fix up meetings, or the AI itself fixes up meeting between the client and the consultant, which cannot be answered by the AI itself. Let's try a couple of other questions. Since we already had an RCM, let's try to put an RCM related question here, because that seems to be an interesting topic. Of course, if the notifications and the rates are also specifically required, the knowledge base also contains the rates which are required. So this is basically on the RCM notifications we are basically trying to understand. We'll try one more technical question on IDT, and then we'll try one question that covers both customs and FTP, customs and FTP and GST and customs, which combines all three areas of indirect taxation. So that let's see how the knowledge base of three laws have been combined to give an output here. So this is the first 4 or 5 questions were specific to each law, but this is a generic IDT query, which is available in the public domain. So this is how from 3 different knowledge bases of FTP, customs, and GST, the AI has worked upon the query and given a single answer to the question. Let's try one last query. Again, a non-technical one to just see how it acts.
Akash ji, last 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Let's ask an accounting query on Ind AS, for example, because this is more IDT related. It should not give me an answer here. However, the database can be widened, the knowledge base, and this can be customized to cover even other topics as well, like accounting standards or Companies Act, etc. So it throws out saying, sorry, answer was not available. Do you have another question? We'll say no this time, because we've checked about 7 questions and see how the bot works. Thank you for using the solution. Come back. So the entire objective of this solution, so what is the objective of the solution? It is for clients, web surfers, and cross-functional teams, basically. So the chatbot will be deployed either on the website of the client, the website of the firm, or on the signatures when we send mails to them, so that easy questions or questions for which answers available in the database can be answered by the bot, others diverted for professionals to answer in the mail. Or a personal meeting can be scheduled by the bot itself. What happens to the market? Ensure that IDT related questions are always consulted before decision making. Lesser mistakes in tax computation, thus saving tax and increasing refunds. As we all know, tax is a cost for all the taxpayers, and all taxpayers want to reduce the tax impact on their business. The bot interface, which we saw a sample of that. That's it from my end. Thank you.
Thank you, Akash. Very nice presentation, and how you can
Thanks.
put in bots to your office or even on your websites. So thank you so much. And with this, I would request our next panelist, CA Hart, to please present his 3 use case. And so this is the second last presentation. I would request all the members who are on the call to please vote. So 5 being the highest and 1 being the lowest to all the participants.
Thank you, Sumit bhai, and I thank AI in ICAI chapter. They are performing wonderfully, and I thank all the dignitaries, all the panelists, and all my lovely audience. So, friends, I'm a practicing chartered accountant, and just want to quickly give you an idea about what I will be doing and what I will be generating. So, we will be generating a docs generator, and it is an HTML app. So what is happening with the chartered accountant is we are struggle to get the documents signed, such as engagement letter होता है, MRL होता है, and all other declarations. उसका सबसे बड़ा रीजन ऐसा होता है, एक तो स्टाफ नहीं होता है हमारे पास, because at the time when we want this things to be done by our staff, those who are the brainy people are always on the leave because of the November exam. So we never get the time to do these activities, and we are always thinking कि चलो हम लोग ये बाद में कर लेंगे. एंड सेकंड रीजन बहुत सारे होते हैं, उसमें एक होता है कि भाई चलो फीस की बात कर लेते हैं क्लाइंट के साथ, तो डॉक्यूमेंट्स तो चीज़ें बाजू में रह जाती है और हम लोग बाकी सारी चीज़ों पे बिजी हो जाते हैं. तो फॉर सॉल्विंग दिस प्रॉब्लम आई हैव यूज्ड 2 GPTs. One is the CA GPT, and very precisely it's ICAI account auditing and assurance standards GPT, and another one is our normal chat GPT. So how it will work? So we will be making an HTML app using this both GPTs. And before we go ahead, I quickly want to give you a small terminology, section 2 definitions, जो हमें सबसे ज़्यादा पसंद होती है. So small terminology like एक होता है HTML. HTML ऐसी चीज़ है जो एक एप्लीकेशन होता है which will work in any browser. Like Chrome हो गया, तो for that we never need to install a separate thing, and to run this it's very easily be runnable. I mean, it can be run in any Windows, or it's a cross border. I mean, OS पे कोई भी OS पे चल जाएगा. Second thing is the CSS, that's a style sheet, and another one is the JS, JavaScript. ये 3 टर्मिनोलॉजी अपने को सिर्फ ध्यान में रखनी है. वी नेवर नीड टू लर्न द कोडिंग. द कोडिंग इज डन बाय AI only. So चालू करने से पहले what I did is I just asked this chat GPT, I mean the CA GPT, a small question. Okay, as a chartered accountant, what document must I get signed from my clients and keep with me so that I can minimize my risk of signing any financial documents to be given to various statutory government authorities, and provide me simple list only. तो उसने मुझे पूरा का पूरा लिस्ट दे दिया. आफ्टर दैट मैंने जनरल जेपीटी को भी पूछ लिया कि व्हाट आर द अदर डॉक्यूमेंट्स आई रिक्वायर. द सेम क्वेश्चन आई आस्क्ड, and general GPT has also provided me a numerous list, and then I copied and pasted this CAGPT answer, and told it to now make the combined list again in the above style, and then it generated the entire list. Then I go back to the CAGPT, and I ask it to now prepare this different letters, like draft the engagement letters, and clearly outline the scope and scenarios and responsibility of the text. So that way I just asked the chat GPT, and I mean CA GPT, and it provided me a detailed format. I again asked for the draft comprehensive management representation letter for the tax audit, statutory audit, and GST audit combined. See, many times what happens is like we are doing. I mean, if I'm talking about the small and medium pumps, they are generally having all these things covered. So what I try to do is like I'm making a single representation letter. So I just asked this thing to the CAGPT, and it has given me the detailed answer. After that, I told it to make this combined letter of all these things, and then it created the combined version of all these things. Then I have created another thing I told this chat GPT that I want to create an application. So I want to create an HTML application, which is HTML, CSS and JavaScripts. The purpose of मैंने यहाँ पे purpose भी specify किया हुआ है. The purpose of app is to get below codes documents generated in a letterhead of a client in a Word file so that I can simply email the file to my client and get it signed. मैंने मेरा purpose इसको clearly बता दिया हुआ है. मैंने जितने भी documents मुझे चाहिए थे उस हिसाब से उसको दे दिया हुआ है. Then what this chat GPT does is like उसने मेरे को application बना के दे दिया. And because I am not knowing anything about the coding, so मैंने उसको एक और output दिया, I mean input दिया. We need inputs like name of the client, name of the chartered accountant. Further, also evaluate the common inputs required in the above letter. So I have given it a brain कि भाई अपने हिसाब से आप काम करके देख लो. So the chat GPT did it. Uh, it told me that yes, we need this 4 files, and it told me that I have created all 4 files and given it in a zip format. So मैंने ये zip format को डाउनलोड किया. उसने पहला वर्जन मुझे बना के दिया. इट लुक्स लाइक दिस. ये मुझे डॉक्यूमेंट बनाना है. मैंने किसी भी यहाँ पे किसी का भी नाम लिख सकता हूँ और मैं जो भी चीज़ चाहूँ वो यहाँ से मुझे बना के दे देगा. सो इट डिड इट वेल, बट इट्स नॉट अप टू माई सेटिस्फेक्शन. तो इट्स जस्ट लाइक चैट जीपीटी का भी ऐसा ही होता है. जो भी हम लोग अपने एम्प्लॉय से बात करते हैं तो या फिर अपने स्पाउस से बात करते हैं तो दैट वे इट्स लिसन, बट थोड़ा बताना पड़ता है, समझाना पड़ता है. सो दैट वे. और दूसरी बात यहाँ पे प्रॉम्प्ट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. तो वी जस्ट नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड विच काइंड ऑफ द प्रॉम्प्ट्स वी आर गिविंग. एंड another important thing for the all audience, never give the detailed prompt, give it in a sequence form. So small prompts देते जाओ, उसको update करते जाओ. So what I did next is I just created another prompt. We now check all the inputs required from the below file and revise the app. तो उसने पूरा का पूरा ऐप को रिवाइज करके मुझे वापस zip format में दे दिया. So the second version was again given by ChatGPT, पर उसमें भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें मिसिंग थी. तो व्हाट आई डिड इज उसको मैंने बोला कि लेट्स ट्राई टू चेंज दिस फाइल. उसको मैंने थोड़ा बहुत इनपुट दे दिया कि भाई तू मुझे ये चीज़ें बना के दे दे. तो नाउ थर्ड टाइम अगेन इट गिव मी अ डिटेल्ड वर्जन. भी ये एप्लीकेशन पूरा का पूरा उन्होंने ही बना के दे दिया हुआ. तो चैट जीपीटी हैज जनरेटेड दिस एंटायर एप्लीकेशन, सो वी डोंट नीड टू डू एनीथिंग. सो यहाँ पे थर्ड टाइम से मुझे थोड़ा बहुत अच्छा सा प्रॉम्प्ट मुझे यहाँ पे मिल गया. ये भी उसने पूरा अच्छी तरह से चीज़ें बना के दे दी है. ओके, उसका मैं रिजल्ट भी बताता हूँ कैसे कैसे होता है. सो कमिंग बैक टू द नेक्स्ट इनपुट, आई मीन देन मैंने उसको बोला कि मुझे टेम्पलेट कस्टमाइजेबल चाहिए. ये क्या होता है, इफ़ द लॉ इज अपडेटिंग और मेरे ऑफिस में ये अलग तरीके से काम होता है, किसी और के ऑफिस में अलग तरीके की चीज़ें चाहिए. तो व्हाट आई वांट द चैट जीपीटी डू इज टू मेक द टेम्पलेट कस्टमाइजेबल सो दैट एनी person who is not having a single knowledge of coding can alter this particular file and make this application work for his firm. So the chat gpt has generated this entire file. मुझे सिर्फ उसको कॉपी करना पड़ा. And this uh, in the fourth time I just need to change this javascript. So the javascript is of this template. तो मुझे टेम्पलेट को जाके एडिट करना पड़ा. एंड आई जस्ट नीड टू कॉपी एंड पेस्ट द एंटायर थिंग. बट वहाँ पे व्हेन आई जस्ट ट्राइड, so it was not working. So when I tried everything, but when I tried to generate the word file, it was not working. So what I did, मैंने उसको बोल दिया कि भाई एक पहले उसको जो कॉपी जो कोड था उसको कॉपी करके पेस्ट करके बोल दिया. इसको मैंने बोला इंस्टेड ऑफ वर्ड फाइल मेक द एप्लीकेशन अलाउ द डाउनलोड द फाइल्स इन विच इन रिच टेक्स्ट फॉर्मेट. So it again made the entire coding for me. And now
Ji, last 2 minutes.
नाउ जब उसका लुक एंड फील मुझे अच्छा चाहिए था तो मैंने उसको ये बोल दिया कि नाउ अभी उसका लुक एंड फील मुझे
If you can please show the tool first and then probably
यस सर. अभी नाउ आई एम जस्ट कमिंग बैक टू दिस ओनली. सो मैंने उसको लास्टली ये बता दिया कि कैन गिव मी अ मॉडर्न ऐप लाइक यूआई. सो नाउ इट हैज जनरेटेड दिस थिंग इन द सेवेंथ स्टेप एंड इट इज लुकिंग लाइक दिस. या, so suppose I'm doing the audit of the Reliance Industries. I just need to load the data. Okay. So it has it load the entire data. जो मैंने पहले एक बार अगर कोई भी चीज़ डालोगे और उसको सेव करके रखोगे तो it will load it. Okay. अभी मुझे जो भी चीज़ चाहिए जैसे engagement letter चाहिए, generate the file. It will generate the file. So we can have that file. Yeah, wait a minute. So this file will look like this. तो ये हमारा पूरा का पूरा काम यहीं पे बचा देगा. So this is one thing. Same way, if we want management representation, I just need to click allow. Yeah, it will make the management representation for us. In case we want another thing, like we want this declarations, we can create declarations and it will create this declaration for us. So everything can be done this way. दैट वे अगर इफ वी वांट अनदर कंपनी है, जैसे कि मैं अडानी की बात कर रहा हूँ और मुझे ये अडानी का लोड करवाना है. मैंने ये चीज़ एक बार फिल किया हुआ था, उसको सेव फॉर दिस क्लाइंट ऐसा करके लिख दिया हुआ था जस्ट फॉर द टाइमिंग. तो यहाँ पे उन्होंने पूरा का पूरा डेटा निकाल दिया जो भी उनके पास पड़ा था, और मैंने जस्ट जनरेट द वर्ड फाइल फॉर द एंगेजमेंट लेटर इन केस आई वांट. या सो इट विल क्रिएट द एंगेजमेंट लेटर. उसका जो नाम रहेगा वो भी एंगेजमेंट अंडरस्कोर अडानी अंडरस्कोर एंटरप्राइज डॉट RTF पे. So that way, the entire tool works. And this is what is useful for the people at large, जिसके पास भी ये टाइम नहीं होता है और जहाँ पे भी अपने एरर का सबसे बड़ा चांसेस रहता है, we can get this thing done by a system. And this is 100% customizable. जो template रहेगा, you can edit with any Node++ or any Notes app. So here, whatever thing you want to change, you can change, and it works. So that's it from my side. And I thank everyone.
Very nice presentation. So just one small question that
Yes.
once you have created a template, then you are putting in a data and that is getting merged, right? So this is the entire problem and the solution.
Correct.
And this is done with HTML and with
HTML,
generative AI.
yes, generative AI. So
HTML you are doing.
it's done with the HTML only.
Right.
It's done with HTML only.
Because I remember you mentioned Java also somewhere.
Yeah, Java is basically a part of the HTML only. CSS and Java is the part of the HTML. So even if we are not knowing anything about the CSS and Java, just we need to tell the, I mean, see, if you can recollect, when I ask it, just let me present it again. When I ask ChatGPT, the ChatGPT has already told me that they want this 4 file. I mean, this 4 file will be generated by this thing. So that way it is functioning.
Got your point. Great. Thank you so much for the presentation. And I would request our last panelist, CA Mary, to please start her presentation. CA Mary, are you there?
Yeah, just a second. I'm trying to share my screen.
No worries.
Yeah. So is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. A very good afternoon to everyone present here. I'm Mary Brenda. I am a chartered accountant with a background in engineering and management. Today, I'm very excited to share with you the tool that I have developed. It's called Smart GST, AI Circular Summarizer. To start out with the problem that we are facing is uh, nowadays we have quite a lot of GST circulars that are coming up on a day-to-day basis, and the language that is pretty much used is not very flexible, not easy to understand by normal individuals or business people. And the circulars are typically used in announced in English, but in India we have a diverse languages. So in order to make it accessible for everybody across different languages, this tool has been done. So the solution that we came up with is use Smart GST. It auto scripts the latest circulars from the GST website, and it also uses GPT to give you an executive summary, an impact analysis, a contextual background, and the actions. It also translates into a regional languages. And you also have an option to upload PDFs for you to summarize. So let me go to the tool now so that we can see. Just a second. So this is the tool that have been developed using a Streamlit. We have three tabs here: the browse GST circular, the upload PDF, and the dashboard. The dashboard is just gives you a summary by tags of the different circulars that have been uploaded till now by the GST Council. And this is like the number of GST circulars issued per quarter and the different categories on which the GST circulars have been released. So the interesting part now we come to is the browse GST circular. Here we have an option to, search for the GST circulars across date range. So we have an option to like choose like from June 30th to, let's say, oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, there's some, yeah. So you can filter it via date range, via years, as well as month. So if you, let's say, for all years, January month, you have the option like it filters all the circulars that are come in the month of January. So let's say if you want to summarize this particular circular, clarification on applicability of late fee, you just click on the circular. It automatically gives you a tags on whether it's a late fee, GSTR 9, GSTR 9C, and then you have an option to download the circular, and you also have the option to summarize the circular. So when you summarize the circular, it shows you the time taken to process it in a matter of few seconds. So let's say like less than 10 seconds, we have got an executive summary, the key provisions, the taxpayer impact analysis, whether it for businesses or practitioners, specific industries, and what action has to be taken and why the circular was given. It gives you a background on what was the context related why the circular was given. So here you have an option to download the summary as a PDF as well as you can save it, and you also have an option to download summary as an HTML2. Now we can have an option to translate the summary from various languages. So let's say if you want to translate into Gujarati, I don't know Gujarati, so I'm just going to click on translation. So in a matter of again few seconds, we'll get the entire translation in the regional language that was selected. So this app was developed using Streamlit, and before being before I became a chartered accountant, I was a business analyst. So the role I had to do was to tell the developer what my requirements were, and the developer used to code it and give it to me. But now instead of a developer, I've used just ChatGPT and Claude. I just give it requirements saying that okay, this is the scenario I want. I want an app to download GST circulars from the website, and I wanted to summarize. So I had a lot of conversation with the ChatGPT and Claude AI, and which ended up giving me the entire program. If you give me a couple of more seconds, once the translation is done, I can show you the code also. Yeah. So this is the translated summary in the regional language. Once again, an option to download it in your system. So you can see the code here. This is the code. This entire code is around 520 odd lines, none of which was written by me. All I gave was the requirements to the ChatGPT, which came up with the code. So the key features, as I mentioned, is the web scraper. We use GPT 3.4 Turbo for the summarization. Language translation has also been done using OpenAPI. So the tech stack was front end was Streamlit. NLP was OpenAI GPT 3.5 Turbo. Visualization we did Matplotlib and WordClub. Web scraping was done by Beautiful Soup and Request. So future enhancements is right now I used keywords inside the code. But if you use models like Ebert and Spacey, which is present in Hugging Spaces, we can automate the tagging of the circular headings. So we can also come up with a notification for newly scraped circulars. and also provide an option for chat interface, and it can also be extended to other income tax circulars, etc. So just to conclude, I would say this is a scalable solution for the real world compliance issues that we are facing, made using AI and automation. Thank you.
Presented, and I think again you are within time because I didn't heard Rishi saying that 2 minutes left. Right.
Okay, thank you.
With this, first of all, so one even Navya has shown the same kind of stuff with, but very so just the difference I'm trying to point out is that can this scrapping of circulars be also automated?
Oh yeah, see, this if you looked at the code, uh, so see, like anytime a new circular comes into it, anytime the new circular comes in, once you run the code, like today, if I'm running the code and the circular is released X today, it will automatically get populated into the entire list. So the day you run the app, till that moment, whatever circular has come will be uploaded. So as you said, in future we can provide a notification like where a new circular comes in, then you can inform the user that okay, a new circular has
Can you
come.
not make a
So that
system of
can
the
be
RPA kind of
implemented.
situation where it will run every day once and check?
No, I haven't done like that. It's just you know uh, just an app for the demo purpose, but that
Right.
can be taken into consideration for this
Yeah, so
thing. So
that
you
because
want it to
maybe
be
manual
automated for the
intervention gets eliminated, so every day it will check that is there any circular.
yes.
If yes, it will automatically update.
Yeah, I can make a note of it, and once again, I can go back to Claude or ChatGPT, which would give me the next steps to go forward.
Very, very nicely
So,
presented. So one, you are getting the circulars available, and then you are able to get a timeline basis circular, and then you are. So will it again? How do one summarizes all that circulars downloaded?
yeah, it's just downloaded into our local system. I mean, just a second, I can.
So in case of a situation where I'm trying to create my own GPT or own repository, so I
Uh-huh.
need to use it on a generative AI platform, right? So all the circulars downloaded
Uh,
has to be loaded on a generative AI platform so that you can keep on prompting or asking questions.
okay, okay, okay.
So is that taken
That
care in your solution or so one
no,
year?
no. Right now, it's just for a personal use, like an individual. This thing, you just download the PDF, and then later on processing, you have to do it separately. It's not within the system.
Right. But I think that can be probably done with Copilot because you can save the data in on a OneDrive location and then link that with the Copilot. Maybe.
Okay, so okay, I'll
But the
make a
idea was
note
that
of it and
was downloaded. If I can automate or I can put a bot or a
okay,
so that every time this question is being answered. So thank you so much for
okay. So
the presentation. And
thank you.
so I think we all the panelists have presented their use case. I request everyone to please vote and 5 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. And in the meantime, there are a few questions I would like to. Rishi, how to take the questions?
So some questions have been answered by the participants and one or two by myself. So
Okay.
some questions are with names. So we can take those questions.
Okay. So
Uh,
you will take. I'll ask the questions, but before I ask the question, I would request you to answer one question that people were asking: how can they access all the codes or the information? So you are the right person to tell, and then I can take the session from.
yeah, the participants who have any queries, the viewers who have any queries, they can email us at ai@ici.in and we'll forward it to the respective panelist to get the answers.
Apart from that, Rishi, we are uploading it something on our websites also, right?
Yeah. Apart from that, there's a section on the AI website wherein all the use cases presented by all the panelists of every hackathon is being uploaded. So we request all the panelists after this webinar to please forward us the use cases and we'll upload it ASAP on the AI website.
All the use cases would be uploaded along with the as much as information possible on the AI website. Please feel free, and all the hackathons are also being very all the previous and these hackathons would be presented in the AI website, and you can always go back and refer. So commendable job is done by the committee where they've been even segregating the entire use cases into different videos so that you don't need to scroll across also. So two, three questions I would like for the interest of all that if you can, Saloni, if you can please unmute, there are certain questions with related to the cost of OCR and the type, like can it handwritten notes be read from it or PDF scanned documents? Saloni, you're there on the call?
Yeah. Just I was waiting for you to finish it.
So,
Yeah, I saw
just
some
I'll rephrase
questions.
my question. So people have several questions. One is with respect to the costing. Second is with respect to the format. Can handwritten notes, PDF, scan copies, all of these be accessed with your solution? And there's one good question that what if there are multiple invoices with similar, amount which you have mentioned, the control figure with PO. So if I have two invoices within the same quantity, how does a mismatch is being flagged in your solution?
Okay, so firstly, Tesseract is a free OCR and it is available on GitHub for download. In fact, I myself searched it on ChatGPT, and ChatGPT gave me the solution that you can use Tesseract and it is free. So I think it's free. It's not costly, or I don't think there is a plan for it. It's free. Other than that, the next question was, what if there are two invoices with the same amount? So if there are two invoices with the same amount, that means there is a duplication of invoice. I mean, if you upload 5 invoices, 10 invoices, or 12 invoices, it will take up all the invoices. So for duplication, what you can do is you can add conditional formatting and check if really it's a duplicate invoice, or I mean it's a true invoice. There could be case where invoice can have the similar amount. If it's a monthly invoice, it can have the same amount. uh, and what else? Yeah,
And
it
PDF
can.
handwritten.
Yeah, it can take PDFs, not handwritten. I don't think Tesseract can detect handwritten notes perfectly, but yeah, it can take PDF, PNG, JPEG, or any sort of image or PDF formats. It should be readable text. OCR is actually original character recognition. So yeah.
Great. So there's a question for CA Navyam Malhotra sir, which says how to automate the flow of notification of GST can be automatically updated in the chatbot. Uh, I don't think that can be automatically updated because you have to download and then put it on the uh, GPT. But Navya, if you are there, if you can answer the question.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you just repeat it once?
How to automate the flow of notification of GST? Can that be automatically updated on the chatbot that were developed for GST drop-down selection use case?
Yes, in that case, however, the resource bank has to be updated because the normal PIB website, the PREF PIB website and CBIC websites are there. We can automate it, but that will be a tough task because the location keeps on changing on the website also. However, what I suggest is that we download it, that like I did from CAGPT. We download it and we are made a folder where we just put that file. It summarizes it automatically and then gives a summarized version and upload the resource bank and data bank auto flow accordingly, sir.
So somebody who's willing to do can probably merge two solution, one of Navya ji and second of is of Mary ji. So download is being taken care by her solution and then the entire stuff can be taken from. So one question for Rahul Batra ji, the participant is asking, I have a question. If there is a simple submission by a client, sorry, if there are multiple submission by a client, how will the Excel sheet update with document submission status?
As soon as the client upload the new document or edit the response, the date of submission will automatically get changed. And we can also work on the thing that we can have a different submission date module, and the documents which the client updates will automatically go to the same folder with the date and time. And that date and time will automatically update it to the sheet.
Okay. And alternatively, Rahul, if I'm not wrong, you can one restrict the person to put in multiple response. This can be one solution. Or second could be, you ask him to allow him to edit that response. So there are multiple responses can
Actually,
be still taken care of.
Actually, Sumit sir, the client who is using the mail ID, na, he cannot submit the another response using that mail ID.
Okay.
If he go for with that mail ID, na, the response will always ask for edit.
Okay.
It will say that you have already submitted the response. You can only edit the response. He has to use new mail ID if he want to submit another response.
Right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining and making or sharing your positive contributions in the session. And with this, I would hand over the session back to Rishi for his concluding remarks.
Thank you, Sumit sir. It was a very wonderful session. And as we draw the curtains on this session, I would take this opportunity to thank each one of you for enthusiastic participation and engagement. This episode has once again reinforced the immense potential of AI in redefining the way we as or chartered accountants approach our profession, be it in every domain. The real world use cases presented today demonstrated that AI not just a tool of the future, it is the need of the hour. I sincerely thank all the panelists for their innovative ideas. I would like to thank our Honorable Chairman Sir, C. Umesh Sharma ji, and Vice Chairman Sir, C. Dayanivas Sharma ji, for their continuous guidance and strategic directions in making all the initiatives of AI committee a resounding success. The viewers, we thank you very much so that you join in large numbers every week and make this series a vibrant platform. Let us continue this momentum. Last but not the least, I would like to remind you that we have an episode 6 of this season coming up next week on Friday at 3 p.m. Also, the registrations for our ICAI AI Innovation Summit 2025 to be held in Pune is now open. The early bird discounts are open till 30th of April. So please register now. Half of the seats have already been filled. So limited seats are available. Please register now. And for this episode, the voting lines are open for the next 2 to 3 minutes. All those who have not voted may please vote for the next 2 to 3 minutes for the contestants who they think have given the best presentations and have the best use cases. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
With the permission, can we leave, sir?
Yes, sir, you may leave. Tech support, I guess we may end the webinar now.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.